Fatties have never attained the level of respect and, like blacks and gays and whatnot. They have broken through. Can't goof on them. They have their own set of rules. No one can fuck with them. Fatties want that so bad. They want to be an endangered group. Yeah, they want to be a marginalized kind of group of people that are finally respected. Like where there's Fat Month and Fatteenth or something. They want that so bad, but it ain't happening because they're fat. And it doesn't seem like, I guarantee, if black people could stop eating for a couple of months and be white, would they go on diets? If gay dudes could stop eating and just stop craving that cock, they'd do it in a second. Just make their life a little easier. Fat people can do that. They don't have to be fat. Stop eating, go on a diet, work out, whatever you need to do, and you're not the fat person that needs rights anymore. That's why you're never going to get this respect and the movement that you've seen in civil rights and the gay pride movement and all that. But oh, fuck, do they try. It's 100% laziness. It's 100% laziness, fat people. It takes willpower. It takes the ability to look in the mirror and say, I'm a fat fuck. I need to do something about this. So the potential for change is totally in your hands, where it isn't really in the lives of other marginalized people in this country. So here's a fat fuck pig bitch woman bitching about
this
being a fat
commenter
fuck
says,
pig.
I'm perfectly fine with fat people, but WTF, do you mean Aryan? Fatphobia and racism are two completely separate things, but they're not. All bigotry in our culture is rooted in white supremacy. White supremacy sets an ideal, and any deviation from that ideal is discriminated against. Obviously, this goes for race, but it also includes the person's size. In our culture, skinny people are upheld as the ideal.
Yeah.
There's also racism behind why skinniness is considered the ideal. Because as white women, we want to set ourselves apart from black women who stereotypically have curvier bodies.
I pause because, again, see where they go? She's literally stereotyping black women, something that could be considered racist, bigoted, whatever, to prove her point that thin people, the image of a thin person being an attractive person, is racist and white supremacist because black women are fat pigs. Or though, as she said, stereotypically more curvy bodies than. So you're saying black women are fat. She just said black women are fat. And the reason skinny people are looked at more attractively is because of racism. Do people understand how nature works and how choosing of a mate works in the wild? There's all kinds of rituals animals go through to attract a mate. And most of them, because I don't know how fucking interesting a bird can be to talk to, that they have to puff up their feathers, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. Their plumage, the colors. The one will bring a rock to another one. I've seen this happen before, I swear. And humans have the same thing. There's a genetic, an instinctual predisposition to be attracted to people that would be healthy and make healthy children and genetically down the line of your lineage, your family, would be healthier people, because those genes of a healthy person, which is a skinny person, not a fat person, would perpetuate your lineage. What? We don't pay attention to that anymore because we can say that fat people should be given the same liberties as skinny people, and they should be as adored visually as skinny people. Why is a skinny person looked at as more attractive? It has to be white supremacy? No. Again, it's basic fucking nature. That's your mate. You want to choose a mate that's going to make healthy kids. So you have to be healthy in choosing a mate and choose a healthy mate. Fatties just don't get it. We will never, the majority of people. There are fetish guys that love big, fat fucks. But for the most part, and I'm not saying you got to be rail thin, and I'm not saying, having some weight on you, there's, a gradient there. But reasonable people will pick a mate that's in a reasonable gradient of weight. The weight of a human fucking being, not an elephant. So this woman is just throwing millions of years of evolution out the window when she should be throwing that sandwich out the window. Thank you. Let's hear a little more of this wonderful scientific
Black
assessment.
Women who stereotypically have curvier bodies. All bodies are beautiful.
Nope.
But white supremacy needs to hold up a singular ideal in order to maintain control. This commenter says,
control over what? Your fork? Obviously, no one's controlling that but you. Shoving it in your mouth, there's sparks flying off that thing. It's such common sense. It's such a common sense thing. I think people are so dumb in their lack of willingness to accept that we are still animals on this planet. And we have instincts that go back way before we had any type of intelligence to concoct modern inventions or discuss weight and things like that as being something that needs to be respected. Animal. Look at the animal kingdom and their mating rituals. We are exactly the same. Yeah, we've changed over the course of millennia as far as how we choose a mate and how we puff up our plumage and make a comfy nest and things like that. But it's still the same game. And it all boils down to picking a healthy mate that will give you children that have a better chance of surviving based on genetics. That's it. You're not all that fucking different than every other animal out there, especially a hippo, you fat fuck.